your report showed us the overreported and underreported. You reported those independently and didn't correlate them. Was there a reason for that?
They were separate issues and separate databases. It would really, right? You're asking us essentially to say we could use one to cancel out the other, but they were independent of each other, independent discrepancies.
I watched the June 28th presentation to the committee and listened to your comments intently, read the reports. During that meeting, and as you presented the report, you did say a couple times that you don't think there was any malicious intent by the troopers here. But in the report, you used the word falsify 50 some odd times. Do you believe this was done intentionally to falsify the racial data in Connecticut, or are these just mistakes?
The audit did not try to assess intent, right? And so now with regards to the use of the term falsified, we determined that we would use the term falsified where we used it in the report, because that was the term that was used in both the internal affairs reports and investigations that were done by the state police. They were actually using the term bogus stops or ghost stops. And in the broader internal affairs audit that was conducted in 2018 by the state police. And so we felt that because we followed the same fact pattern, and in fact, we believe we were actually did it in a manner that was more comprehensive, that we were justified.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the answer. Just trying to understand the big picture here. So in 2018, there was 4 troopers that were disciplined for this behavior under a different command, not Colonel Malikas. As the union representatives, we would figure out what the issue was. In listening to you gentlemen from the union, you talked about that this was malicious. You didn't say this, but the intent was there was an incentive provided by leadership. These troopers thought to have more stops on the record so they could perhaps get a Dodge Charger or a better patrol or something like that. And they were disciplined for that behavior. And kind of following up with Representative Walker was talking about, it doesn't seem like the intent was there. And I'll direct this to you gentlemen. It sounds like they were doing a verbal warning over a microphone, trying to manage traffic, and yet they documented that as an actual activity. Is that what you're saying, gentlemen?
Great question. I think what we said was they created, it's not fake tickets. No member of the public actually got a ticket where they didn't pay or plea and had a failure to appear. It wasn't a fake ticket. They actually created a statistic in the computer system. They didn't go into the e-ticket. They went into when you open the MDT, it automatically populates a motor vehicle stop. So they went in and they cleared it as a infraction when they actually just gave a verbal warning or a written warning. They were falsely recording it, whether it was accidental or intentional. And to the question you just asked, the only way you can tell someone's intent is when you compel them to come in for an internal affairs investigation and answer the question. So I don't know how you can prove based on data what someone's intent was.
And I would agree. I appreciate the answer. I'd agree that it's difficult for the group of us sitting here today and people in the audience to establish intent.